What's up, nerds, and welcome to my Nerd Corner. So, today we're going to be talking about all of my physical media games, and let's just get started. So, we're going to start off by Game Boy and Game Boy Color. And I got a lot of shovelware, so if you don't know what shovelware is, it's basically games that people don't really play, or games that were included in a bundle just to make it look like a better deal. So, I have a lot of those, so be patient with me, please. But first, we got The Little Mermaid. Haven't played this. Next, we got Monopoly. Not gonna lie, I also haven't played this. Next, we got Pokemon Blue. Now, this one's gonna be a little weird, but I have Pokemon Red, Pokemon Red, and Pokemon Red. Why do I have so many? I'm not sure. And the only reason I haven't sold these is because I plan on using them to trade for a different game that I don't own. But next, we have, of course, Pokemon Yellow. After that, we get into Gen 2 with Pokemon Silver. And after that, we have Pokemon Silver. Again, same thing. Looking to trade these. The only game I need to complete my Game Boy through Game Boy Advance collection is Fire Red. But anyway, let's move on. Pokemon Gold. This one is beautiful. I gotta clean these, but they get love. And the one most of y'all have been waiting for, Pokemon Crystal. Isn't it beautiful? Just this cartridge in general is just so nice. But yeah, now let's go to Game Boy Advance. So what we have here first is Barbie Dancing Princess. Never played it. And this is like I mentioned, because it's not really a game, but this is the motion pack for the Nintendo DS. It's pretty cool. Anyway, next we have Strawberry Shortcake Summertime Adventure. I might play these just to see what they're about, but haven't played that. Puppy Love, Spa and Resort. A lot of girl games, but you know, why not? Horses, Crazy. It's by Ubisoft, and this is a flash cart that I got off of Amazon a long time ago. And disclaimer, it sucks. Just spend the extra money for either an EverDrive or Easy Flash Omega. But it uses this weird SD card adapter, and you can only use 2 GB SD cards. Where do you even get those? They're even hard to find on Amazon. So anyway, this is Spyro. And next up we have the Easy Flash Omega that I was talking about. This is around $60, but the cool thing about this is that it actually comes with a Nintendo DS dust cover adapter, which I'll show you in a bit. So this is what I was talking about. All you basically do is get the components that are in here and just transfer them to here. And you can play Game Boy games with your Nintendo DS Lite without them protruding. But anyway, next we have Pets Vet, another Ubisoft game. Man, Ubisoft was pumping these like crazy. After that, we have Lego Bionicle. Have not played this game, not gonna lie. But I plan on playing them all eventually, so... Well, I'm not sure, like, to completion, but just try them out, you know? But next, we have one of my favorite games of all time. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. If you love Pokemon and you haven't played the Mystery Dungeon series, please do. They're amazing. Next we have, unfortunately, a no-label copy of Pokemon Leaf Green. Next up, I have Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire. Now, the only reason I'm showing these at the same time is because I just decided to swap the casings for some reason. I just think it looks cool. Now, second to last game that I'm going to show you for the Game Boy Advance is my beloved Pokemon Emerald. This is by far my favorite game, and it took me so long to acquire this because I didn't want to pay resale, but unfortunately I bit the bullet. Next, actually not next, the last game I want to show y'all is a special one. Y'all know what this is? This is Yoshi's Topsy Turvy. Now, you probably noticed it looks a little weird compared to a regular Game Boy game, or at least Game Boy Advance. That is because this actually has a gyroscope inside, because in order to play this game, you have to actually move your system left and right. It's really cool. So next up, we have the Nintendo DS. Unfortunately, I don't have any Pokemon titles for this system, but I plan on collecting them after I get Fire Red. But let's just take a brief little moment to get through these. First, I got Super Princess Peach. This is a really fun game. Next, we got SeaWorld Deep Sea Adventures. I have never played this game. This is a flashcard called the Easy Flash Parallel, and this is kind of like the R4 cards, but just a higher quality. It's also way more expensive, so do I recommend it? Yes and no. Just depends if you want to spend $25. We also have this holder. I have Imagine Salon Stylist. Haven't played it. We got Guitar Hero on tour. And the cool thing about that is that I actually have the attachment with it. So I haven't played this, but I'm gonna play it eventually. Let's just turn this around now. Again, I have an R4 card. Probably has a time bomb by now to 2019. So, and another Guitar Hero on tour. I think they're just different. They have different like songs, maybe. I'm not sure. Have to look into that. And I have a couple in the box, so let me show you those. So the ones I have in box are Mario Kart DS, the legendary Starfy. This one's actually pretty cool. It's a platformer. Super Mario 64 DS. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a label. Not sure what happened to it, but you know, it is what it is. And last but not least, Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue. How fun. So that is it for my DS collection. Let's move on to the 3DS. So this is a Sky 3DS, and this is just another flashcard. So at the time, this was a huge deal to me because I'm not sure if I just didn't know what I was doing, but back then, modding a 3DS was a lot harder. Next, we have Yoshi's New Island. I love the original Yoshi's Island. The first time I actually played it was on a Game Boy Advance, so when they brought this out, I had to get it. And of course, who doesn't own Super Mario 3D Land if you have a 3DS? Next, we have Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. I love the Mystery Dungeon series, like I said earlier, and I had to get that as well. And last but not least, Pokemon Sun. I actually still have to play this because I was a little stubborn and I just didn't like how they removed the gyms. I don't know. I know it's a good game. I just need to play it. Now, of course, I have some in the box. I should have this in the box, but what's in here is Super Smash Bros. So let me fix that because I have Super Smash Bros. Right here. And here I have the original Ocarina of Time 3D. Now, funny thing about this is they stopped making them for a bit before they added them to the Nintendo Selects. So I paid like $50 for this. Insane. I'll just put this there, I guess. I don't know. I don't have the box for the Ocarina because they gave me those ugly GameStop boxes. And last but not least, Pokemon Omega Ruby. Now, I actually switched this box with the one that comes with the Super Mario 3D Land because in Europe and basically everywhere else, Omega Ruby comes in a red box, but not here in America. So, and this is also Pokemon X. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the label. All of these labels, I hate to like blame somebody, but they were all caused by my little brothers. But it's fine, it is what it is. But since they're all small cartridges, instead of moving to Nintendo 64, let's move on to the Nintendo Switch. So first for the Switch is the War of Mine Complete Edition. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like this game, so let's just move on. Next we have Super Mario Party. Again, this game was kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. After that, we have Splatoon 2. Unfortunately, I got this towards the end, like once Splatoon 3 came out. So I just never really played it because nobody was playing it anymore. Next, we have Yoshi's Crafted World. As y'all can see, I'm a pretty big Yoshi fan, so I think their games are pretty nice. Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz, what does that say? MD, whatever that means. Next we have Hoken Tournament DX. This game was actually really fun and I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't know there was like a competitive scene behind it. We have Pokemon Sword. Of course, you have to have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now we're reaching top 5 games here, so let's go in order. Well, honestly, not top 5, but so this game, I had so much hype behind it because of course I have the original, right? The Red Rescue Team. So this is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Now, the main thing I was excited about, if you've ever played these games, at least the original, you know that you can buy like home bases to have Pokemon join your team. And you could explore those bases. I was so hyped for that. Like a new version of that would have been crazy. But instead of doing that, instead of buying new bases for your teammates, it's just a wallpaper. And like That made me so like disappointed that I didn't even play this game. As soon as I got to like that point of the game, I stopped and I never touched it again. Anyway, next we have Super Smash Bros. This game, I mean, it speaks for itself, right? Now, a game I played so much through COVID: Animal Crossing, New Horizon. This game was just, I don't know, it was just peak gaming at the time. It was just so easy to pick up and like just play without thinking about anything. But next we have Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I'm actually playing this on stream. Well, I shouldn't say that. I was playing it on stream. I just haven't finished it. So I plan on doing that still. If y'all want to join my stream, I have a link in the description. Please. But last but not least, the only reason I'm showing this at last is because for some reason this game has skyrocketed. Obviously because it's limited, but still, it's expensive. We have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Crazy, right? I would have never thought that game would be that expensive. But last but not least, and this is gonna be the most, like the longest part of this video, it's my Nintendo 64 cartridge collection. Let's just get into it. This video is getting long, but it's fine. Alright, so first we have WWF No Mercy. I had so much fun as a kid playing this game versus my brother. And we would make like characters of the newer wrestlers that weren't on this game, because you can make your own wrestler. It was really fun. Now the next game is Turok 2. This game I still haven't played, I'm not gonna lie. So I have to get on this game, but yeah, let's move on. Next we got Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Another game I need to play, and I plan on playing on stream. I plan on playing most of these games on stream, so if you want to see that, again, shameless plug, Twitch, it'll be in the description. Namco Museum, I think it's just like a collection of a whole bunch of like older games. I guess these 6 games right here. Pretty cool, I guess. Next we got underrated game in my opinion, Wipeout 64, or maybe it's rightly rated, I don't know. This game was fun. Next, a game I used to love playing, especially if I was like at a laundromat. I would get coins because they would have like the big old machines. Cruising USA. I had so much countless hours into this game. It was so fun. Another game I have to play on stream is Tonic Trouble. You can see this one's a little beat up, but I got a lot of these for free, so you know, I can't complain about the condition. I'm just blessed to have these. Next, we have Beetle Adventure Racing. This one's underrated as well. I played a little bit of this on an emulator, so I plan on actually playing this on real hardware, which is what I do usually on stream. But I've been playing a lot of ROM hacks on emulators lately. So, anyway, Hexen. I haven't played this game. I'm not really sure what it's about, but it's rated M, so that'll be fun to play. Next, we got some shovelware. We got NBA Showtime, NBA on NBC, sold by Midway. That was like a little commercial, I guess. Next, we got A Bug's Life. Haven't played this either. I'm trying to move as quickly as I can, but I don't want to like move too fast, you know? But next, we got Spider-Man. I need to play this. I need to play this bad. I haven't even played the new Spider-Mans, and I have my PlayStation 5 over there. But I still need to play. Anyway, next we have Jet Force Gemini. This is another classic. If you haven't played it, I recommend it for sure. Next, for some reason, we have not 1, but 2 copies of Super Mario 64, because it is the best game ever made. Not really, but you know, it's a classic. It's one of the best classics ever made, is what I meant to say. Next, we got another underrated game, Glover. If you haven't played this, definitely check it out. It's kind of like a platformer, like a 3D platformer, but you're a glove. It's weird, I don't know. Next, one of the most underrated games I've ever played. Space Station Silicon Valley. If you don't know what this is, it's basically a game obviously based in space, but you're like this little flea and you get to control every single like animal that you see to like progress in the mission or whatever. So fun. I recommend this so bad. Next we have Kirby's The Crystal Shards. This is one of the games I haven't played, and I wanted to play so bad on an emulator. But if you ever, emulated Nintendo 64 games, you'll know that a lot of them are buggy. This is one of them. So, I actually have it now. So I'm gonna play it eventually on stream. Next we have Pokemon Snap. If you haven't played Pokemon Snap, what are you doing? I recommend it. I definitely recommend it. It's amazing. I have the new one for the Switch. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of, I don't know, it's alright. But now we're reaching like the top level games that like a lot of people love. So let's just go into those. We got Star Fox 64, classic. And as y'all saw the trend, we have Pokemon Stadium. I wonder who's Matthew. And Pokemon Stadium. Yes, I have 3. Of course I have 3. But next we have I want to say the 4th best game on the Nintendo 64. In my opinion, Pokemon Stadium 2. Just a classic. Even Pokemon Stadium 1 was amazing. I'd put that in 5. I'm just a huge Pokemon fan, and the minigames were so fun to play, like with my brothers. But let's get into the top 3 now. So in 3rd place, in my opinion, was the original Super Smash Brothers. I have 2 copies. It was just the start of an amazing series, and this game it aged so well. Now, instead of showing y'all my number 2, I want to show y'all my number 1 first, just because my number 2 has a special cartridge. So let's just get into that. So my number 1 is Ocarina of Time, and if you haven't played any Zelda games, please start with this. And if you had played Zelda games and haven't played this, please play this right now. This is my favorite game of all time. So my favorite series is Pokemon, but this game was just so good. It still is good. I've beat it like so many times, I don't even know what to say. Just play it. 1,000,000 out of 10 recommend. And my number 2 spot is it is Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Now the reason I waited instead of showing y'all this one first was because this is a limited edition cartridge. Y'all can see it is holographic. So crazy. Fortunately it has some scratches, but it's fine. Still beautiful. But yeah, guys, that is my physical video game collection. I might be missing some, but honestly, I just wanted to show y'all those because I love cartridges. So of course I have like some CDs here and there, but that's neither here or there. If you like the content, please subscribe, leave a comment, do all that. I'm gonna be making a review on this Analog Pocket soon. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you stuck through this whole video, comment beans, I guess. I don't know. No, actually, yeah, either comment beans or comment emerald. Anyway, guys, peace. I'll see you in the next video.